We are out here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, over at the Trade, brand new hotel right next door to the Pfizer Forum. Look, they said one man can change an entire economy. Shout out to Giannis, the Greek freak. He actually helped build most of this. And then the Bucks just acquired Dame Dollar. Y'all already know what that means. The price of everything is going up. I've been telling y'all to buy real estate in Milwaukee for the past 7 years. People start to think Milwaukee wasn't even a real city because people was not listening to me. Now everybody trying to come out here. So this weekend I am hosting an event, REI90 Milwaukee infield training. Shout out to my brother C-Note, Sean Roper. Since we locked in, we actually locked in about 3-4 years ago on some business. And then he hit me up, was like, yo, Will, let's rock out, man. And we've been rocking out ever since. I would say personal development changed my life, actually. Real estate became a vehicle because I had to start looking at everything from a different lens. That's what personal development did. This is where I used to go to school. Can you put your seatbelt on? MATC, Milwaukee Area Technical College.
Would you say you were actually motivated to go to school for computers, or that was just something because that was around the time?
Honestly, computers was just the hottest thing out back then. Computer programming. It's the police department. I had to pick up several of my people from here before. I've been telling y'all to buy real estate in Milwaukee for the past 7 years. People start to think Milwaukee wasn't even a real city because people was not listening to me. Now everybody trying to come out here. So this weekend I am hosting an event, REI90 Milwaukee infield training, where I'm going to actually be taking people around the city of Milwaukee to look at real estate. But then more importantly, I'm going to give them hands-on training from my real estate professionals to give them a glimpse of what to look for when you are looking to invest in real estate. And I have a true appreciation for my city, and I put my city on my back. And I come here and I've been doing events in Milwaukee for the past 5-6 years. So I'm gonna keep going until they have a damn statue of me down here. We are in Milwaukee, downtown Milwaukee, getting ready to head over to the meet and greet. Look, anytime you can do an event when you got everything in the city popping, Dame is coming to Milwaukee. I don't know what's going on. There's something in the air. But all I know is that the real estate is on fire. So I don't know what to tell you. If you're not looking to invest in real estate right now, you're doing yourself a disservice. So make sure you go on this journey with me. Tomorrow we got the actual hands-on event where we will actually be going out, looking at the properties, showing you how to evaluate the properties, what to look for, how to actually get them rent ready. See, it's a big difference between doing a full rehab and getting them rent ready rehab. So make sure y'all stay locked in on this journey. Well, right now we're about to head to the meet and greet, and I'll see y'all there. Let's go.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play.
The reason I'm doing this event is to give people the upfront experience. Because a lot of people who say, oh, I want to invest in real estate, they ain't never even been inside of a house.
I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
What's going on, people? It's your boy Chad C. No Roper, and we're here with a special amplifier edition. We back. He did so well the first time. We had to run this thing back, but at a much larger scale. With my brother, Will Roundtree. What's up, bro?
Man, appreciate you putting this together with me,
sir.
man. Look, Will Roundtree from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I had to bring the REI90 live here in full effect. Look, we just getting started. I'm excited. Chad said, Will, can you pull up and let's bless him with another event? And so we did it. We got the full-size bus out there. We got people who literally has flown from all across the country to come to this event. Now, we appreciate you guys coming out today. We're gonna have fun. I want you guys to meet other people. I know you might know who you came with, but I want this to be interactive. We're all investors or potential investors. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna learn a lot today. But more importantly, appreciate y'all coming to Milwaukee. I also give it up to my brother Chad Roper, who helped put this together. Y'all give him a round of applause. You know, we wanted to basically bring this event live in action for those who are a part of my actual REI90 program. We wanted to do something live because one of the things that I'm learning, some people learn in the physical who are like that. So I wanted to also get you guys that real live experience. We got a contractor here. We're gonna have someone talking about home inspection. We're gonna have our realtor, an investor-friendly realtor, so you guys get a chance to actually speak with some of the professionals. Let's get a show of hands of people who are not from Milwaukee. All right, hold on. My Milwaukee people, y'all see this? They gonna buy up y'all hoods.
Especially from New York.
My New York, look, y'all don't even want to know what my New York people had to do to get here. They had to go to Africa and like, they was flooded out. And he said, look, we was about to drive. So shout out to my people from New York who came all the way to Milwaukee. Definitely. So we are right now currently in downtown Milwaukee. I can remember growing up and I couldn't get in anything over here because I couldn't afford to. But to be able to see like what's taking place downtown Milwaukee, it's like beautiful, man. I grew up on the north side of Milwaukee and I've never been to downtown.
Me either.
I never came downtown. And I meet so many people who grow up in inner cities who's never ventured outside of their neighborhood. And so it actually took me to leave Milwaukee to come back to see the value that we have here within this city. And for a lot of people who don't know, like Milwaukee has 5 major Fortune 500 companies. So the reason that's important is because when you're looking at real estate, you guys want to look at the economics of the city, the infrastructure of that city. Why is that? Because the way we view neighborhoods, we always are like, man, it's hood there, it's ghetto, it's this and that. No, you want to look at the economics. And the thing about the economics of a lot of the neighborhoods, especially in Milwaukee, they're on the cusp of downtown Milwaukee. And if you go into most major cities, especially in the Midwest, most of the hoods are near where? Downtown. So that's usually a telltale sign. For example, anybody in here from Detroit, Michigan? If you would have went to Detroit, Michigan about 10, 15 years ago, they were giving buildings away. They were selling houses for $1. Like literally $1. And now those same houses are selling for $200,000-300,000. Those same buildings are $500,000 to $1 million. Who's familiar with Flint, Michigan? Anybody lived there or grew up there? So you guys know they had the water crisis. Guess where the water crisis is at? Where at? near downtown. And guess what they are now doing? Waterfront properties. It's a cold game, y'all. Milwaukee, no different. The infrastructure of a lot of these cities are near downtown, and that's where they're putting a lot of the resources at. And so 7 years ago, I was telling people, let's buy in Milwaukee. I was buying houses out here for like $1,000. I bought a house off of 5th and Locust for $2,500. My taxes were $300 a year. I just got my tax bill. It is now $3,500 for the year. Who knows what that means? We rich. The price is going up, y'all. And so with that being said, those are the things you want to start looking at. Now, the other thing I want you guys to keep in mind, whatever you thought you knew about real estate, I want you to throw it out the window, unless you're in my REI90 program, okay? See, the thing is, we have to remove the emotions from real estate. I want everybody to say, remove the emotions. You have to remove the emotions. It's all about the numbers. So some of the houses we look at, they may not be the prettiest, but those pay the best. And that's what you want to look at. Okay, so we got our contractor there. We're gonna have someone who's gonna walk you through the home inspection process. So, so go into every, scenario, every property with an open mind, and just know that you want to look at the potential and not the optics of that property. You guys with me? Yeah. Okay. So you got to make sure you have the professionals that are there to take a look at it and give you an opinion based off an investor's opinion, not a residential opinion. And that's why it's important to have that home inspector, have a contractor, have your property manager, because all of those individuals will inspect the property for you. And again, for my out-of-state investors, you do not have to be in the city to invest in that city. That's the power of building, everybody say A-team. A-team. That is the power of building your A-team. And we're going to talk about that when we get back to the venue. Property, we are on the north side of Milwaukee. I brought with me my investor-friendly realtor, property manager. She's also going to talk to us about the home inspection process, as well as giving you guys just some tips to look at when you are looking at it from an investment standpoint. Now, who knows why it's important to have an investor-friendly realtor? They know what you're looking for, because the way realtors look at things is typically for them to win. No knock. I mean, they're supposed to. But an investor-friendly realtor is looking at it so that you win, because they want you to be able to come back and do more business with them. And then we're also going to have our contractor, Jesse, point out some things so that you guys know what to look for to get a property rent ready. Because one of the biggest mistakes I see people make when they're looking to invest in real estate, they want to get something that they would want to live in. And that's a huge mistake. So we're going to talk about from a rent-ready standpoint. Okay? So I want you guys to give Nate Nash your attention and a round of applause. And she's going to walk us through the process.
This property, if you will look up, you'll want to look at the soffit and the fascia of the property, because you want to make sure that there isn't any rodents getting in.
If we had to replace these, Jesse, what would something like this on average go?
So if you're looking at just maybe like a hole, you might be like $100, couple $100 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But to go in and actually do the soffit, and usually people like to do like aluminum soffit and then wrap the fascia, which is usually right up under the gutter. So the fascia is the actual wood that the gutter sits against. So you can see where it's peeling. All that paint is peeling. Over time, those end up peeling a lot. And then what I like to do is I usually like to go ahead and wrap it. But A cheap option would to go ahead and scrape it and paint it and patch it in. And to go around and paint this might be like $1,500 to go around and paint just the soffits, the trim work, and then also the windows would be the same thing. You would go around and paint all that together. They can get up to maybe even $2,000. That's with material. It doesn't cost much just to go in there and paint that.
So from the gutter standpoint, how can this impact the foundation?
So one thing I would have said right when we walked up, look over there. You see how that gutter is disconnected? Yeah. Water's just going to be hitting right here, and you can see it right here where the dirt kind of went down. That's because the water was constantly running down right there, and what ends up happening is the water ends up going down. You know, it's a porous surface, so it goes all the way down to the foundation, and you'll get water below at the cracks. And if you don't have drain tile, it's going to consistently come in. So drain tile and a sump is usually what that's good for. So when we walk in, you'll look for that. Or you just get the gutters fixed, and then you do a little bit of grading. Getting these gutters fixed. So if you wanted to replace gutters, you're going to be around like maybe $6 to $8 per linear feet. The gutters itself are going to cost you around like $3 per linear feet just to get them. So on a house like this, it might be like $1,000 for the gutters, and then not including the labor, and you can just double that up.
Cheaper to do replace the gutter, fix the issue, than allowing it to happen and it messes with your foundation.
She said don't replace the windows, and I completely concur with that. The cheap part, say you got a broken glass, instead of going to replace the whole window, you just take the sash out. And you could take it to a local window company, and they'll replace it for $30. They'll replace the glass for $30, reglaze it, and that also helps with the breeze coming in. You see what I'm saying? Versus going ahead and replace that window. That one vinyl window gonna cost you $170 now.
Easy.
Just one. Just for the labor. That's just for the window. That's not including the labor. The labor gonna be like $100 just to replace the window. Yeah. Not including having, if I gotta wrap the trim around it, which is aluminum flashing.
And that's $100 per window.
$100. So you're looking at around like $350 to around like $450 per window with material and labor. You see what I'm saying? Depending on who you get. You can get somebody to do it cheap for $50. But what I find when you find somebody that does it for super cheap,
they ain't gonna be done right.
It ain't gonna be done right. They likely not gonna insulate it. It's gonna be messed up, and you still gonna have problems. You have to come back and replace the whole window now.
They call that do it right or pay twice.
Exactly.
Right to pay twice at the end of the day.
This is why you want to get a property manager too. Remember, the property manager is your eyes and ears, and they're your boots on the ground. So they handle the bulk of that for you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important, it's imperative. And I know some people, they don't want to incur that cost. Trust me, it's worth it. I was down at City Hall or Department of Neighborhood Services yesterday for an hour, 2 hours, thank you. Nate called me, she heard the frustration in my voice. She said, who I gotta get on today? She pulled up. But that's the type of property manager you want on your team. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so everything they're saying about the permits, the contractors, all that is right. But when you have a dope property manager, they're gonna make sure that that's done for you, especially if you're out of state or even in state. So I actually had a client who bought a house about 3-4 years ago. The tenants were there 30 years. I know.
Very.
And so she didn't make repairs until 3 years later into that property. And guess what? The rents paid the cost of the repairs. So that's why sometimes you just want to, like Nate said, if the rent is flowing, like that's why I say remove the emotion. Because the average person would have went in there and said, okay, I want to fix this, I want to fix this.
I want to put you out, I want to fix all
this. They were
there
30 years, they were paying rent. So after the 3 years, they improved the property and then rose the rents up. Same tenants. They don't even want to move.
They don't want to move.
So you got to be strategic, and that's why you want to have a team that helps you walk through that process even mentally. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna get so attached to that property. You're gonna want to do, okay, I want a waterfall in the backyard. Like you're gonna want to do all of this stuff, and you want to remember this is everybody say investment property. So you want to let it cash flow. You don't want to go build it so you can live there.
The next property, this property here is a duplex.
Now, it's really simple. I say real estate investing is 5th grade math. Say 5th grade math. Let me tell y'all how simple this is. You find a property, okay? Here's the property. The mortgage is, let's say, $1,000. You just have to find a property with a tenant that will pay you at least $1,200. We're done. That's it. No, I'm like, this is how simple this is. But we overcomplicate it. Now, I'm going to give y'all the in-between, but this is really how simple it is. But I'm going to tell you why it's hard for a lot of people. Somebody asked me why. Because like Derek said, we want to quit our job after one property. She took the 3 to one bank. So could you imagine if she did that at another 2 or 3 banks? Everybody say getting the money is easy. Let me tell y'all why people think this is difficult. Because most people ain't never seen money. There's this word called financial trauma. That's really what you're scared of. See, here's the thing. It's not that we're scared of debt. It's the fact that you don't get to use the debt for what you used to using it for. Trips, dinners, Balenciagas, all of the stuff that brings you no money. It look good, but so does my real estate portfolio.
So my name is Ricardo. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. This was just an amazing event. Just taking us out in the field, showing us the properties. We get to feel it, we get to see it, we get to analyze it. And then all the contractors and just the information is just priceless.
Hi, my name is Kaya Green. I am absolutely excited about being at this opportunity. Chad's comment around it being inside of us or coming, like being in. And so that connection for me is around the generational wealth portion that Will was very explicit around saying, like, what is that? That's forever. And there's no way that we can have that forever if the children that we're passing it on to doesn't have it inside of them.
I'm Ahmed Mohammed. I'm coming from New York. Somebody like me wouldn't know how to start it. The team is very professional. There was a bus, they took us on a tour. When we get back, we had talks with the lenders, understood a lot of business financial tricks that somebody like me will never learn about it. I know it's helping community, helping people that really would never be able to have an access for that is worth it, and for that, really thank you.
Hey, this is Jay Sababu, Trenton, New Jersey. What I learned from this meetup in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with Will Roundtree and his team, was generational wealth building, community, and strategizing. If you're not involved in it, join the REI90 program immediately.
Hey y'all, my name is Jahad Jones. Man, I just got out the military, linked up with Will, put up to Milwaukee. Got the tour the houses, learned about, viewing them, learned about financing them, learned a whole bunch of information today, man. So it was well worth the trip, and I took a lot of knowledge today, so I will be, tapping in.
Hello everyone, I'm Katina from LA. I've learned that I should be in the best position as far as credit-wise, mindset. We've had some awesome speakers here, from realtors to lenders that have confidence and believe in myself, and I'm ready to get going. So thank you so much.